Good evening, everyone. Ads here from Unity Trading Group. Welcome to the Wednesday update. Good to be back here on Tradingview. Honestly, it was a little bit hard this week. We were struggling to find, an alignment in myself and Ty's schedule for this week's video, just because it's so close at the end of the year. But we are here. Well, I am here anyway, to give you guys a quick rundown on what we're seeing on BTC. We are just rehashing what we've said, of course. In some of the chats that we've been in, you can find those links down below in the signature, of course, and you can visit the website down below as well to really find where we continue the conversation, past tradingview.com, of course, and share our thoughts and ideas, and of course the thoughts and ideas of all of our community members, of course. But without further ado, BTC, where are we at? And where do we think we're going? So most notably with BTC, we've got two very, prominence levels in relation to the swing. If we're looking at a swing or a market pivot point, the one that sticks out is 42K. That's why we've been referencing 42K for quite some time, and we have been revisiting, that idea for a little while now. We have had a bounce off that level, most notably on the 4th of December. It was just very recent, and that's on the daily time frame. So we are keeping an eye out for a further retest of this level, and possibly the one that we retested, way back in August, for a bounce as well at the 40K mark. And that would coincide with a nice round number, nice psychological support level, if you will, at that point. Whether or not, we move to the upside from here or from 42 or 40K is going to remains to be seen. But let's have a discussion about what we can really gauge off this market currently. So in the grand scheme of things, we have bounced off 42K already, which is a good sign for the bulls in this instance, because we have tested this level of supply already, and it has formed the swing high to low pivot that we are seeing on or we're seeing drawn with our Fibonacci retracement there. So it's looking okay for now. A level or a push back down to 42K is, something that we've been revisiting over and over again. However, I do need to keep on your radar that it might not come to that point where we have tested this level once before. We have pushed back above and closed around the 50K mark, around 48,500, where that candle finished. The close, 49,234 was that close. So roughly 48,500, 49. And we've been descending in the sense of our volume since then, in which we haven't really pushed through the 23.6 in relation to the fibs, notably as of yet. So it's becoming less and less likely that 42K is going to be the area that we'll retest, just because we are quite oversold in this instance on the daily time frame, and the movement down wouldn't be consistent with what we've seen in the past, in which we don't stay oversold for very, very long in terms of extended periods of time, like we do see levels of overbought in relation to the steamroller indicator as well. If you want to know more about steamroller, you can find out in the links down in the signature. But when it comes down to, are we going to push back up? A likely scenario would be some of the liquidity that we're seeing at 50 and 61. That coincides nicely with the left-hand side there, 56 to 58,000 in relation to BTC, if we are to move up in this instance. But let's have a look at a lower time frame. Let's have a look at the 4-hour time frame and see where we're at. So not a whole lot happening. We are just moving to the right-hand side. In a general sense, we are moving between 46 and 52, but in the general scheme of things, on a higher time frame or a macro scale, we are just ranging between the 2 points there. So not much to really be gauged from the 4-hour time frame, unfortunately. That's why I've really been, so focused on the daily in relation to where we've been chatting about this, and of course, today or in tonight's video. So it really comes down to, are we going to hold this 23.6 and continue to the upside? is this even going to give us some form of price action or some movement before year's end? We are 2 weeks away from New Year in relation to getting into 22. There's a little bit of uncertainty in the market. There's a little bit of uncertainty with or in relation to the pandemic. So in the grand scheme of things, I'm not expecting fireworks. I'm not expecting, really crazy things to happen. However, I am keeping on my radar two levels: 42,000, of course, as we've referenced before, and of course these 50 and 61 Fibonacci areas for more notable levels of liquidity. And then if we continue further to the upside to retest that 64K, then all the power to it, and we'll be really looking forward to that if that does happen, of course. But we need to really keep a wrap on things and keep our expectation realistic in relation to BTC, and look forward to a 42K bounce, or if we have already looked at that bounce in relation to the left-hand side liquidity there, or left-hand side wick, are we expecting an upsides momentum, a retest of the 38.2 perhaps, might be on the cards for the immediate term. But let us know what you think down below. Let us know on our website as well. You can join the conversation in where we do speak about it with the links down below. I'm Ads from UTG. I would love to hear from all of you. Stay safe, and we'll see you in the next video. Bye-bye.